Hey everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a film review of the film Pariah by Nikisa Cooper. Before I dive into the review itself, I do want to say that there's going to be a few sensitive topics being brought up, so if you feel like you need to leave at any time or if you're uncomfortable, please do so. This is a safe space. I'm going to be going over homophobia, neglect and abuse by parents, bullying, and questions of sexuality. So let's dive right into it. In the film Pariah, Alike, a young adult struggling with her sexuality, is forced to flee from home because of her Christian parents. We get an idea of who Alike is as a character at the beginning of the film in the Catnip Lounge. She's dressed up masculine in a place with other queer females, so we can assume that she's possibly queer. On her way home with her friend Laura, that she came with to the Catnip Lounge, we realize she's not able to be who she really wants to be. Alike takes off all of her masculine clothes before she goes inside to see her parents. Her hat, her shirt, and she takes off her earrings. And this is due to her parents not being comfortable with her being queer. And it's this severe that she has to keep it a total secret. The concept of having to be someone else for your parents just baffles me. The very people that birthed you are the ones that don't accept you. Shoot, they brought you here, not the other way around. They shouldn't be expecting things from you. You should expect things from them. And this is a pretty big issue in America. It's not uncommon to hear that someone from the LGBTQ community was disowned from their religious household. Out of anyone, the last person that we should not come to about advice is our parents. And sadly, for most of my generation, that just isn't the fact. Whether it's that we're scared of what our parents want us to be, or we're scared of what they think that they're gonna think that we are. It's an issue, and we don't even know how to talk about it with them. Throughout watching the film, as an audience member, I was able to pick up that Alike's mom wasn't wanting to be accepting of who she was. She was trying to constantly change who she was. In the beginning of the film, when she got home from the clubs, she would say that she liked her hair down. And it was up because, well, she had a hat on and she wasn't having her hair down. But Alike's mother tells her to wear her hair down because it's more of a feminine thing. To have it down, be more pretty, and go after the guys. And that's what her mom wants. She eventually also brings up prom at the kitchen table, and Alike, of course, doesn't really want to. But her mom wants to stick to this guy-girl aspect for Alike and wants this whole situation for Alike. And this is pretty common in young adults that are part of the LGBTQ community that have religious parents. They want to try and change them as if who they are is something that can be changed. According to Unpacking Pariah, Audrey consistently attempts to preempt Alike's disclosure of her sexual identity, urging her daughter to wear conventionally feminine clothes and attempt to restrict her social engagements with her best friend Laura. This means that Audrey is constantly trying to get Alike to change. She eventually also tries to get her to change by meeting Bina, her coworker's daughter, and suggesting that they should walk to school together to get Laura out of the picture because Audrey sees Laura as a big issue. And to Audrey, she is. In the film Pariah, Alike has just about zero support from her family in her life choices. We have a mother that wants her to be completely different, doesn't like who she is and how she is. And then we have the father that's pretty absent, is probably cheating, works a lot, and isn't there. So it's creating a lot of internal issues for everyone in the household. She was able to have a few people there for her throughout the film, but there was one major parental figure that really stuck with her. It was her AP English teacher. She was able to come to her about anything, maybe school, just to talk. It was basically a mother that she was deserving of. At the beginning of the film, Alike shows the English teacher a poem that she's working on, and the teacher says it needs some work. I know that you have more, there's so much more power within you, you have so much more. I don't think we're going to be able to change our parents' minds, just like how they probably won't be able to change ours. Just make sure that you have that AP English teacher in your life to come to for that issue that you have. By the end of the film, Alike is actually forced to leave home. It becomes 100% solidified that Alike is queer. Her mother can't handle this fact, and she ends up beating her. And this gets us to question as an audience member, did her mother want to do that whole time? Because deep down, her mother knew that Alike was gay. The film ends up actually ending with Alike reading aloud her new and improved poem, and then it cuts to her actually leaving. And this is probably one of the most important parts of the film, because it highlights people like Alike. It highlights what they have to do and what they're left with, leaving, and that's it. Overall, this film had a great job at highlighting the issues that are overlooked in most LGBTQ communities and the families surrounding those communities. I would say, though, for people that are actually needing advice or support for solving the issue of having non-supportive parents, I would say just try not to be like your father's son or your mother's daughter.